Salvador Cienfuegos Cepeda.
Less than 3 months after he was arrested in Los Angeles on drug trafficking charges, accused of taking bribes to protect cartel leaders, General Salvador Cienfuegos has been exonerated by Mexico's federal authorities.
La exoneración.
What's more, President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has accused the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration of faking the evidence against Cienfuegos, who served as Mexico's Secretary of Defense for 6 years under former President Enrique Peña Nieto.
Se fabricó el delito.
These felonies were fabricated. We acted correctly, and this has not affected our relations with the U.S. Our relations are good.
Son buenas las relaciones.
That hasn't been Washington's reaction. Following these statements, the US Department of Justice expressed its deep disappointment and said it reserves the right to recommence its prosecution of Cienfuegos.
He fell right in.
Indeed, Michael Vigil, a former chief of international operations for the DEA, sees this as a watershed moment in bilateral cooperation.
Well, the thing is that the Mexican president is lying because the DEA does not fabricate evidence. It's going to have a major impact, which is going to translate into more violence in Mexico, more drugs coming into the United States, and the only clear winners in all of this process are going to be the drug traffickers operating in Mexico.
Gracias.
However, in Mexico, some are applauding the decision. After studying the DEA's 750-page case file made public by Mexican authorities, security analyst Javier Oliva agrees that the charges merited being dropped and suggests more political forces may be at play.
There is a long-standing rivalry between the DEA and the Mexican military, and I believe this was a deliberate attempt to damage the Army's public perception. And despite the absence of hard evidence, the DEA still achieved its objective of damaging the prestige of the Mexican military.
Michael Vigil vehemently disagrees.
We go there to help and assist the Mexican government, and I will tell you that behind virtually all of Mexico's counter-drug success story, the DEA has been behind that. So that we have a rivalry, and as a result of that, that we try to damage their prestige, that is the most absurd thing that I've ever heard.
Los invito.
It's perhaps not the note officials on either side of the border would have chosen to begin a new chapter in U.S. Mexico relations under President Joe Biden, raising questions about the direction of bilateral cooperation in the months to come. Alasdair, Baverstock, CGTN, Mexico City.